There are several things that we're doing to try to counter this threat. One of them is to try to discourage our own young Muslims from taking part in the brainwashing radicalization process, which in some cases leads them to leap on a bus or a plane and go off to Syria and do jihad and join ISIL, many of whom, of course, very disappointed when they get there. But we don't want any more of our subjects going to become foreign fighters out there, because that strengthens ISIL's capability there, and it adds to the risk that they will return radicalized to our country as foreign fighters. So there's a lot of work we need to be done at community level, at family level, to try to discourage those British subjects who are Muslim, many of whom have been born in the country, from getting involved in this poisonous ideology. Then the second thing what we are doing is to make sure that our borders are as effective as they can be. We don't want people leaving the country to go there, although we are a free country, so you can't always stop people with a passport and so on getting out of the country, unless they're on a warning list. But it's also ensuring that people who are coming back with terrorist intent, with or without weapons and explosives and so on, are picked up at the border before they can do that. So that means vigilant border controls, careful examination of the intelligence. It also means that over time we are going to have to find ways, all of us as governments, to improve our ability within the law to conduct the collection of data from the communications that these people are carrying out. How did those people who slaughtered all those innocent civilians in Paris communicate? They were using mobile apps. You know, they were using things like Telegram and Snapchat and so on, and WhatsApp. You know, these are ways of communicating which are pretty hard for the rest of us to keep an eye on. And we're going to have to address that question both in the legal framework and in consultation with the companies concerned to try to ensure that where necessary, where we're talking about threats to the national security of our citizens, that there are ways in which we can have a chance of finding these communications before they blow the next airplane out of the sky, or before they slaughter another 100 people on the streets of a major European or American city. So that's part of the challenge as well. So, and then the other element is we have to try to deal with not so much just our radicalized, homegrown, if you like, jihadis, but it's also to try to remove the cause of the problem in the countries concerned where many of those people originate. There's both the homegrown foreign fighters who go and come back, and there are the people in those countries who, because they feel there is no hope, or because there is no governance, or because there is extreme poverty, or because they've been radicalized by local jihadi groups who've largely taken over parts of the territory, or for a number of other reasons, you know, these people are the breeding ground for future terrorists. We have to engage with the people on the ground in the countries where there is no governance and where there is no hope and where there is no prosperity. So trying to deal with the problem at source in the region is a very important part of what we are trying to do. At the level of internet and the brainwashing and the methodology that these people are using to brainwash our young people, we're pretty active on that too. You know, the British government has taken down tens of thousands of pieces of poisonous, hate-filled material from the internet, which is specifically designed to encourage people to go out and slaughter their fellow human beings. That is not about freedom of speech. That is about preserving liberty. So we're pretty much on the front foot in that area too.